Okay. Anybody hear me? There we go. I guess that's me, huh? All right. Okay, this is the first here. Can anybody hear me? Okay. Yeah, there. Is it off now? Let me see. Is that okay? I'm gonna see. I'm gonna. Oh, I got logged off. Let me log in the. Sorry about that. Sorry, this is the first time I've ever done this. So, if anybody can see me, how you doing? All right. Oh, great. Thank you, Blast Finger. Okay, cool. All right. All right. Just ask any questions you want. I'm ready to answer them. All right. My name is Arturo Portillo. I've been, I guess, writing scripts since 1991. I was about 11 years old, and that's when I first wrote my first zombie script. And later, when I went to college, I started working in television news, or majoring in that, and I started getting into the production side and directing and editing and all that. And after that, after I graduated, I went to work at a TV station in El Paso, Texas, and right there I was a video editor and a videographer, and I've been doing that for since 2010. And then after that, I moved on to doing marketing with a friend of mine from Channel 7, or the Channel 7 station in El Paso. And but in 2005, I got my first role as an actor on a movie called RX, starring Colin Hanks and Eric Balfour, directed by Ariel Vroman. So that was my first start. But that's basically what I did. And then I got introduced to Sean Donahue in 2010 in a horror film festival, and he approached me to write Die Die Delta Pi, and ever since that we just started collaborating together. All right, I'm ready for questions. All right, did you spend any time on set, or were you strictly writer and editor? Yeah, they filmed it in they filmed it in Florida, and I'm in El Paso, so I wanted to go over there and fly over and work on the set. They actually wanted me to play the part of Adolfo, but I couldn't. So I primarily wrote the script here, and wrote it in about 1 month, and then after that we just started writing more things to it. More questions? Was there any specific film story that Sean Donahue liked the most and led him to offer in the writing gig? Well, I think the way it worked was he approached a lot of people in this film festival, the New York Horror Film Festival, and I was the only one who wrote back to him. And he had an idea for a movie, Die Die Delta Pi. He also gave me ideas on how they should be killed, and from there we just started collaborating. I just started coming up with the story. Primarily I started writing it for 1980 style, and it was going to be like that throughout the whole movie. And then Sean said, it's not going to be 80s throughout the whole movie, right? And I said, no, it's not. I was just doing that for the beginning. And then from there, from doing that, it actually helped me write more for the future. It helped me come up with better characters, and actually helped me get the storyline better written down. But yeah, that's how I met him. And film. Oh, there's a lot more chats. Give me 1 second. Let me read. Is there a plan for distribution? Yes, right now Sean and Chris Lato are working on finding that. And I just recently finished doing the promotional side of things. I started doing the press kit, and also I'm working on the one sheet. I have to fix a little few little grammar and spelling, but other than that, we should have it finished by next week, and hopefully the distribution will follow in. All right, the next one. Some of the reviews have been labeled it more as a comedy. Is that the tone you were going for? Primarily, yes, I was. Well, when I was writing, I wanted to be strictly horror slasher, but then the humor started pouring in, and I just started working with that and just adding it in there. But I think it works well because it's still horror, but there's some comedy elements in there, and that's just, I guess that's my writing style. I add humor to it, but I try to make it look like it's out there. Totally bogus writing, but hopefully you all liked it. Let's see what's okay. What was your biggest break for you personally getting into acting or writing for your script? My biggest break, I guess it would have to have been working on RX, the movie I worked in 2005. That helped me get some ideas of how the film business works, and I was able to talk to Eric Balfour and Lauren German. That's when they first did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I told them about their experiences with that, and they told me about their experiences, and they just told me, how the business works, kind of. And after that, I guess my biggest, how would you say, getting into the business was writing scripts, because I was having a hard time acting, and so my way was writing scripts and trying to do them that way and shooting them myself if I could. That's one of the ways I got through. Let me read some more here. Oh yeah, but I really love to write scripts, and I also like to act. Not really directing, but if I have to direct, I'll jump in there and direct. Next question. Sorry about that. I'm just reading from Twitter. Why are you not wearing your seatbelt? Not safe. Just kidding. What book or story has inspired you the most? Okay, the first things first. I'm doing it from inside of my truck because my internet's kind of hectic inside for some reason, and the air conditioner is busted. So I'm inside the truck, and I'm getting the air conditioner here, and I think it's cool. I might be doing this more often. Okay, so what book or story inspired you to? Actually, it was Stephen King that got me into writing. That was actually the first books I ever read was Stephen King, and I kind of got inspired by his writing, like his style. Like he's very specific, and somehow he intertwines stories together, even from other books. And that's what I kind of do with my scripts. I intertwine story elements. Like my zombie script, my first zombie script I wrote in 1991. It involved a space rock that fell to Earth, and it gets discovered, and that space rock makes another appearance in another movie, but just like a passerby, like it's in a museum. And basically, it's like a universal element to my script. So that's why I like Stephen King, and that's who inspired me. Next one. Is there a third film planned for the non-human Kosmikophobia? Actually, I wanted to make Kosmikophobia a feature film. I did have an idea to write a third, but I think I might just make it a feature. I think the way I came up with the Kosmikophobia story was, I don't know if you all noticed the meteor crash over Russia a couple of years back, and it was captured in all the surveillance videos, and it kind of inspired me to write something that, what if the meteor had like an alien, or it brought forth something creepy. And then Chris Lato uh, contacted me about this thing he's doing about phobias, and I just decided to do something about that cosmic phenomenon. And then luckily there was something on the internet that or about phobias that said Kosmikophobia, and that's what I used for the movie. But yeah, I'm gonna do a feature, hopefully, if not a threequel. I guess that's what you call it. Reading more. Who was your favorite actor or actress from the film? Um, Actually, there was a lot. When I was editing the movie, I'll get to editing too in another moment. But there were so many that I liked. Lexi, Balestrieri, Jesse Sherman for Owen, Shea Burnett and Olivia. They were awesome. They even behind the scenes, like the takes before and after the takes. Oh my god, they were just amazing. They're sweethearts. I really liked all of them. They were just really great. Good chemistry together, and I'm just glad that they all liked each other and made the movie work. The scenes work actually, and all the words that I wrote. It's just like a dream come true. Seeing the words come to life after you write it. It was like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm editing this. So that's one of them. What's the next one? Sorry about that. I think I just missed one. What's your favorite actor? Oh, by Brian. What kind of budget did you have for Die Die? Well, as far as I know, Sean and Chris were trying to use Kickstarter to get the money, and I think the budget is $7,000. They were able to get their money's worth, but there's promotional sides too, so I'm not really sure. You might need to contact them and tell them about that. Next one, let's see. If you could do any film project without any genres, with a big budget, what would it be? Without any genres? Oof. Isn't any movie a genre? But all movies have to have a genre, right? If I could pick any movie project without any genres, man, that's tough. I wouldn't know. Maybe like a bioepic of Cantinflas, but he's a Mexican comedian, Cantinflas. But the movie's already being made, so it'll come out, I think, August 27th. That's what I would have done. The biopicture. Gosh, that's a tough one. But yeah, I guess I would say my idol would be the Mexican comedian Cantinflas. All right, the next one. Give me a second. Good question. I haven't seen RX. Do you work directly with Colin Hanks? It sounds like the movie really had a good. Yeah. You can actually catch RX. I'm not really sure on Netflix or Hulu Plus, but I'm sure it's out there. It's for rent too. So I didn't really meet Colin Hanks. I was primarily I was acting with Eric Balfour and Lauren German, and I just learned a lot from them. After I got my costume and my makeup, I went to go sit down to eat, and there was all the tables were all empty except my seat with the two other extras, and all of a sudden Eric Balfour and Lauren German just walk in and sit right next to us, and it really kind of made me look surprised. Like, why would they sit next to extras, or not extras, but small cast? And it's just he's human. It's that's not everybody in Hollywood is big egoed or anything, but they were really cool, and that was my first break in the film industry, and I really was very honored to have worked with him, and now I'm friends with the director on Facebook. Hopefully I can get to work with him too on a future project. Next one. Amethyst Young. How much was improvised and how much followed your script? To tell you the truth, about 85% of my script was, in the movie. No, actually, 95% of it was. Owen, he came up with some of his things like, let's say, like his perverted lines in the threesome and all that. That was all his. And twinning was was his too. But I don't know. I think like 95% of it was my script, and obviously some of the things that were shot couldn't have been shot. Like some of the deaths were a lot more graphic and gory, but I understand why they couldn't have shot it. But it worked well. The way they did it, they made it work. That's all I can say. Hopefully, if we do a sequel and we have a better budget, then I'll do the killings from Die Delta Pi. Just do it twice as gory. Next one. Oh man. How did you get into the editing side of things? Editing, as soon as I started college in 1998 is when I started working with Avid. That's when they introduced it. It was Avid. I think it was just a regular Avid, and then I just started working on it because they had a TV station at the college that I went to, and for PBS, and I just started learning there, writing. Actually, writing, I took courses in creative writing classes. But I just learned everything from the TV shows or television news broadcast, and I just kept on editing since 1998, and I just developed my editing progress that way. How much was how did you get into the? Give me 1 second. Tell us a little bit about Hackman, a film we hope to show here. Hackman, it's directed by Daniel Zubiate, and he's a filmmaker too. He's acting right now at the moment in New Mexico, working on shows like Longmire on AMC. This new show, I forgot the name of it, Manhattan, I think it's called. But right now he's pursuing his acting career. But he approached me for Hackman after he seen that I can do special makeup effects, and he wanted me to work on the effects. But then he said he wanted to put me as an actor, and he put me in one of those roles. And I was working on 2 films at the time, so I had a beard, and I guess he worked with the script and added me in there with that. But it was tough working on 2 films. It was tough. But hopefully Hackman, you guys will be able to premiere it. And it was just a fun little movie. It takes place in one location inside an arcade. Well, not an arcade, but it's filled with arcades. And it's like a throwback to the 1980s slasher flicks and inventive kills too. So I had fun working on that. Next one. Hackman, both great actors. Both great actors. Is there a bonus material that we can look forward to? There's a lot of things in the that I had to cut out of Die Delta Pi. A lot of bloopers, and maybe I'll sorry, there's like little moths, but there's a lot of bloopers that we can put in the special features. I'd like to have a director's commentary. That would be another good special feature, but in the future, maybe. Give me a second. Where scenes both anything? Forward to behind the scenes. Oh yeah, there is behind the scenes. I'll probably end up editing that. There are a lot of great characters in the film. Do you think you may left some out, and some were not as developed as you may have wanted? No, actually, nobody was left out. Actually, the whole cast was in there. The whole characters that I wrote were specifically written in there. I actually added more characters to it. Sean, the director, was getting kind of like scared because I wrote so many characters, and he would have to have killed some of them off. But luckily, I killed them off in the script, so it worked out. I think they were all developed. Maybe if there's a sequel, I can develop more of the characters. Towards the end of the movie, to tell you the truth, the scene where the gas comes up and it kills everybody in the car, it was supposed to be the twins. They actually see the dummy, the Catherine Jordan's dummy, the effigy, and she shakes it and it breaks open, and that's what causes the gas to leak out. But the effigy was too big to fit, so we made it different. Let me see. Next one. There were other characters in the film. Longmire is pretty good, from what I hear. Yeah, Longmire is pretty good. Hey Art, this is Michael. Do you have any future projects planned with Sean Donahue? Any upcoming film projects you can share with us? Michael, I am writing a sci-fi film, but I had to put it on hold. Sean was thinking of doing a sequel to Die Die Delta Pi, but gosh, he hasn't contacted me on that. So I'm just writing my own scripts right now at the moment. But if he wants me to write Die Die Delta Pi 2, I'm going to put my other films on hold and start this one. I love Die Die Delta Pi. So hopefully I can work with Sean and Chris again. That'd be great. From Twitter, Heel K-Dub. Any good stories to share while filming? Well, like I said, I wasn't there, but because they're in Florida. But Sean and Chris did give me some insights into the behind the scenes of some footage, but I can't talk about that. You would have to talk to Sean about that. But I guess I had a great time. All the cast worked well together, and they added their insights and all that. So that's kind of cool. Director commentary would be awesome. Yes, it would. And put some writer commentary in there too. Where was Die Die Delta Pi shot? It was shot in Tampa Bay, Florida. And were any of the locations similar to the location of the Agrizola? Yeah, I think Agrizophobia was shot in Florida also. As you can tell, the campsite where they were in was the same campsite as in Die Die Delta Pi, where the girls were camping out. It's the same place. Yeah. Also, I wanted to talk to you about the characters that I named, like Kelly, Cindy, Bo. Each character dies in the way their name is constructed. Like Bo, she gets killed by an arrow, bow and arrow. Cindy gets incinerated. Kelly, well, kill E. I was gonna have Diana die, Diana, but Adolfo, he died by like the way Adolf Hitler died, suicide. So I used cyanide pills. Gosh, what else? Owen, well, he just gets a shot in the gut. I don't know what else to use that. Harry Houdini. He supposedly died by a punch in the gut, but he really died by appendicitis. So I kind of worked that in there. All right, more people. Where was Die Die Delta Pi? Oh, okay. Kind of similar. Actually, I was on set for this film. It was a lot of fun making this. Oh, great. I'm glad you had fun, guest 7246. Maybe you can add some insights. Huh? Hello, Marcos. We had a green glass door shot on earlier where everyone dies on what? Easter eggs all over the place. That's kind of cool. So it seems that there's a lot on Die Die Delta Pi. For basically all my movies, I kind of add some sort of foreshadowing or symbolism, like in like my previous movies, Kosmikophobia and Not Human. They're both the same film. Not Human I filmed in 2010, and Kosmikophobia I filmed in 2013, finished it in 2014. But it's a prequel to Not Human, and we see Marty as a young guy and how he got the way he was in Not Human. Next. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just had the idea of coming up with characters to kill that way, and Sean really loved it. There was even when I was editing the movie, I was listening to the conversations between the cast and like during the campfire scene, and they were like really amazed that each of the characters' names were the way they died. So that's kind of cool that they loved it. You were their guest. Oh, oh cool. Hopefully, hopefully the 80 shots, 80 scenes guest were kind of fun. I wish I would have been there. In Kosmikophobia, was the woman alien fully transformed into the alien from the end, or was she maybe interrupted since the body was still human? To tell you the truth, I really wanted the whole body to be transformed. We didn't really have enough time to shoot it. I actually wanted to make it more grotesque. I wanted to add, the special effects, practical makeup effects, where her mouth opens and rips out her flesh, and then you see the tentacles coming out of her mouth, and then those tentacles move and they reach out and grab Ulysses and then sucks the juice out of him. Blood everywhere. But because we didn't have time and the money and the resources, we had to, shoot it. But like I said, for Kosmikophobia, hopefully I can remake it or do a feature and then really add those elements to it. I wanted to use the plastic as an effect. I think Steve Johnson, came up with a plastic practical effects or something like that. But no, it was only her face that was morphed. I was gonna add little colors and like bright lights shimmering up and down. Basically, she's like the octopus that can transform. I forgot what type of octopus that is, but if you've seen them, they change color and then they morph, and that's basically my idea of her. Where am I? Any past history, life experiences you write in your scripts? Any past history, life experiences? Well, no. Basically, everything I write just pops out of my head. Well, there is the Kosmikophobia kind of. I listened to a lot of paranormal radio stations, and I came up with a movie. The idea for reptilian alien that way, and I noticed that most of them talk about the eyes like shimmering, or the souls to the the eyes. I don't know. I guess you look at somebody's eyes and you see the soul in there. I don't know. But I wanted to use that reference as like you can only tell what an alien looks like if you shine a light or if their eyes glimmer, kind of like a cat's eyes or dog's eyes. When I wrote my zombie script called When Darkness Falls in 1991, it came up with me with the idea of my English teacher in El Paso, Texas. He started talking about this some tour, a trip that they took to Bermuda Triangle, and just the tip of it, not the whole thing. And then that's when I came up with the idea: the living dead inside a cruise liner, and the boat is sinking, and they're stuck there with the zombies trying to get them, and the ship is sinking, and there's a Coast Guard that's gonna come and try to rescue them. So I came up with the idea for that, and hopefully I can make that into a movie real soon, because it's really cool. And it's, like I said, I wrote in '91, and that's when Tom Savini came up with his movie, the remake of Night of the Living Dead, and Soul Zombies in my script. What else? Some past history. You mentioned earlier in the film that the names are significant. Could you explain? I hope this isn't a repeat. Well, yeah, I mentioned what the names were. Basically, the names are reference to their deaths. Basically, like Cindy gets incinerated; she gets killed that way. Bo, she gets killed by an arrow, basically like that. Harry Houdini, punch to the gut, appendicitis, just some names like that. Zoe and Chloe, I never came up with the names for the twins, and they just came up with that, so I don't know how to kill them that way. Maybe Zoe can get killed by a zoetrope. Maybe. Chloe with a shamrock, like a Chloe. I don't know. Next, you mentioned earlier in the film that. From Twitter again. If you were to write for a non-horror film, what kind of story would be? Actually, a mystery would be great to write. Like a film noir, taking place in 1930s, 1940s. I always loved that style. Humphrey Bogart, detective style. But I've written a lot of action films. One called The Killing Kind, and another one called Beaten. And it's basically a story about revenge and for Beaten. The Killing Kind is about a police officer who goes, well, actually, who goes undercover for the Russian mob. But he really wants to kill the Russian mob because the mobster killed his father a long time ago. So there's that. But the film noir is really what I want to do next. Twitter. What was the most rewarding writing experience for you? Most rewarding writing experience? Well, anything I write is actually an award for me. Not Human received 2 awards, one for best film, one for best actor. But I guess writing a script and having that actor read what I wrote them, and it just comes, true, and the way they read it and act it out, that's kind of my rewarding experience, I think. I guess I really like writing where they say a lot, but it means something. Like later on, it's going to mean something. And I just listen to a lot of unusual radio, read newspapers, watch TV, whatever I can to get some good ideas. And like last night, I just started working on my comedy script I've been writing since 1997. But that's another thing. What are the most rewarding experiences? My son thought the alien had a Cthulhu look. Yes, that's what I was going for. I never read Cthulhu, but yeah, that's what I was going for. The tentacles and the squid form, and that was another thing I was going for. Laughing out Zoe trope. We're coming to an end in the chat. Does anyone have any questions for Arturo? Also, Arturo, can you give us a quick rundown of your upcoming projects? Okay, for my films lineup, I have hopefully a sequel to Die Die Delta Pi. I'm working on a sci-fi film at the moment, finishing up that comedy script I'm writing, actually, I'll be on TV on Gunslingers, TV show on the American Heroes channel. It premiered last week, and I'll be playing the role of Deputy Charles Webb. Only for that one episode. It's I believe it comes out September 12th. Yeah, it's called Gunslingers. Check it out. It's the one with that takes place in Texas. And another one, I'll be coming up on another TV show called I'd Kill For You on the Discovery Channel ID. And I'm also, Kosmikophobia got accepted to the White Sands International Film Festival, and they'll be premiering that September 3rd through the 7th. And after that, I submitted it to Sundance Film Festival and the Cannes Short Film Festival. So hopefully something will turn up. I'll keep Robert posted on those. Well, thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Robert, and everybody for watching Die Die Delta Pi.